Hello students, from today we start our new topic Introduction to Digital Logic Design. Here Introduction to Digital Logic Design, in this digital logic system is a system in electrical and computer engineering that uses simple number values to produce input and output operation. So the advantage of this system is a digital computer stores data in terms of digit or numbers and proceeds in discrete step from one state to the next. The states of a digital computer typically involve binary digit which may take the form of the presence or absence of magnetic markers in a storage medium, on off switches or relays. In digital computers, even letters, words, and whole text are represented digitally. So here is the number system. In number system there are many type of number system like decimal number system, binary number system, octa number system, hexadecimal number system. In these all type of number system, first we have to convert the numbers in other number system. So in decimal number system, here is the base b number is equals to n, and here is the formula for converting the number. So from binary, when base is equals to 2, we can convert this number in decimal number by multiplying it with its position. Like here, from this digit we started from 2 raised to 0 multiplied by 1 plus then 2 raised to 1 multiplied by 0, then 2 raised to 2 multiplied by 1, and then 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 1. And after decimal it should be inverted, that means to say 0 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 2. And when we have to calculate the complement of a digit, the formula for complement is this, or we can say we can convert 0 in 1 and 1 in 0. So this one is the formula b minus 1 minus a. So when we have to take the 9's complement of 3, on that time 9 minus 3 is equals to 6. So this is the way how we calculate values in number system. So now first we come to binary to decimal conversion. It is by the positional weights method. In this method, each binary digit of the number is multiplied by its position weight and the product terms are added to obtain the decimal number. So I can tell you an example here. If I should convert 110 in decimal number, so what I have to do, 110 is a decimal binary number, so its position is 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, and then 2 raised to 2. So I have to multiply 0 with 2 raised to 0, that's answer is 0, plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 1, that's answer is 2, and then again 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 4, and its answer is 4. So the answer total is 4 plus 2 plus 0. So the total answer is 6. So this is the way we can convert binary number into decimal number. Now binary to octal conversion. Binary to octal conversion, make groups of 3 bits each and on either side of the binary point and replace each 3-bit binary group by the equivalent octal digit. That means to say, if I have a number of 6 digit 110 and 111, so I have to make a group of these digits by 2 groups of 3 bit each. That means to say my one group is became 111 and one group is became 110. So when I convert it in octal value, on that time 111 became 7 and 110 became 6. So the value is 67. So this is the way how we can convert binary value into octal. And now binary to hexadecimal convert. In binary to hexadecimal conversion, the process is same, but the groups for 3-bit became now groups of 4-bit. As we are doing in octal conversion, we are making the group of 3 bits and then convert into the octal bit. Now the group is become 4 bits of each. So now let's say example, I have the value of 1111 and 1011. So I have to make the group 1111 is one group and 1101 is the second group, and I have to calculate its value as 1111 is called F and 1011 is became my C. So this is the way how we can calculate the binary to hexadecimal conversion. Now decimal to binary conversion. First we have covered all the binary number system and binary number system conversion, where we have studied binary to decimal conversion, then binary to octal conversion, and then binary to hexadecimal conversion. Now we came to decimal to binary conversion. In this, first method is applied that for small numbers the value of various powers of 2 need to be remembered, and for conversion of larger numbers have a table of power of 2 known as the sum of weights method, and the set of binary weight values whose sum is equal to the decimal number is determined. And the second method, it converts decimal integer number to binary integer number by successive division by 2, and the decimal fraction is converted to binary fraction by double method. So mostly we follow this second method, where we have the successive division by 2. So as I am taking the value of 64 and I have to divide it by 2, so first I divide it by 2. So 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. I have the remainder 0. Then again I have to divide it by 2. Then on that time I get 2 1s are 2 and 2 6 are 12. And then next time I divided it by 2, and so on. So by this process going on, I have to collect all the remainders from that, and from upward going on I have calculated it that the value. So this is the process to follow the decimal to binary conversion. Now octal to decimal conversion. In octal to decimal conversion, multiply each bit in the octal number by the weight of its position and add all the product terms decimal value of the octal number. This is same as we are converting it in binary number. We are multiplying it with the position of weights, and like 8 raised to 1, then 8 raised to 2, 8 raised to 0, then 8 raised to 1, then 8 raised to 2, and so on. So and last additive term which we are getting, that is the our result. Now decimal to octal conversion. To convert a mixed number to a mixed octal number, convert the integer and fraction part separately. So we have to before decimal values and after decimal values. So to convert decimal integer number to octal, successively divide the given number by 8 till the quotient is 0, and the last remainder is the MSD, and the remainder read upwards give the equivalent octal integer number. To convert the given decimal fraction to by 8 to octal, and successively multiply the decimal fraction and the subsequent decimal fraction by 8 till the product is 0, or till the required accuracy is the MSD. So the integer to the left of the octal point read downwards going the octal fraction. So we see here, for decimal number we are going to upward from the last remainder of MSD, and from fraction we are going to downwards. So now we come to decimal to hexadecimal conversion. It is also successively divide the given decimal number by 16 till the quotient is 0. The last remainder is the MSB, and the remainder read from bottom to top gives the equivalent hexadecimal integer. To convert a decimal fraction to hexadecimal, successively multiply the given decimal fraction and subsequent decimal fraction by 16 till the product is 0, or till the required accuracy is obtained, and collect all the integers to the left of decimal point. So the first integer is MSB, and the integer read from top to bottom gives the hexadecimal fraction known as the hexadecimal method. So this is also the same, whereas we are successively divided given number by 16 and we are studying this number by upward through MSB. So now octal to hexadecimal conversion, the simplest way is to first convert the given octal number to binary and then binary number to hexadecimal. So we can easily convert it in binary number as we previously studied, and from that binary number we are making its group of 4 and then convert it into hexadecimal number. Now this is the example. Find R, which is that equals to 144 base 8. So where R and 8 are the bases. So how we calculate? We can calculate is 1 multiplied by 8 raised to 2. Here we are calculating this 144. So 1 multiply 8 raised to 2, then plus 4 multiplied by 8 raised to 1 and plus 4 multiplied by 8 raised to 0. So this is equals to 100. And then when we are talking about R, we are calculating it like this way and R is calculating here 9. So 121 base 9 is equals to 144 base 8. So this is all for the number system. Thank you.